The reason why I believe that wealth inequality is really crucial is twofold. First of all, wealth inequality is very unequal, and then, of course, leads to possibly political influence and undermines possibly democracy in the long term. But there is another reason which is sort of more pressing and obvious. With high wealth inequality, you have high share of capital incomes in total. Such capital incomes are very unequally distributed, and they are correlated with one's position in income distribution. Hence, when you have an increased wealth inequality or importance of wealth, you have an automatic transmission in high income inequality. Then measures like redistribution through taxation, social transfers, unemployment benefits, social assistance have to kick in to compensate for what has happened because of the wealth concentration. And then you have an endless game, higher wealth inequality, higher social transfers, higher wealth inequality, higher social transfers. And that really needs at some point to be controlled. Yeah, I think this is in part the reason, because the developed social system, which is a good thing in itself, is also driven by the underlying inequality either in wealth or capital incomes. As I said, it's actually basically the social welfare system works as a corrective mechanism, if you will put it like a mop-up operation of something which by its very nature underlying that leads to higher inequality. So the two are really related in social welfare states. Obviously, in states where the social welfare is much less, they are not related, but then they don't have that controlling mechanism, and inequality remains extremely high. Well, we have noticed, actually, researchers have noticed that increasingly people of the same educational level or same status and similar incomes tend to partner. It could be, it could be different, it could be same sex, different sex, but they tend to be similar in terms of educational background and income. That per se is to some extent, to a large extent, maybe a good thing, because it shows greater ability to choose. Simply in the past, as we know, there were some marriages that were arranged, there are some marriages that were basically parentally decided, but here that's probably not the case. However, for income inequality, partnership between two partners with similar incomes, high incomes in particular case, and similar education, exacerbates inequality. So it's an ironic situation that actually greater choice might lead to greater income inequality.